Hello and welcome again to Xenia Tech. I finally have made time to introduce and show you how to install the SDK, that SDK on your local machine and use it with Visual Studio instead of using the web-based Dart pad. Okay, so this is how I'm going to show you how to download and then install the SDK on your machine, and then I'll also show you some few plugins or extensions. Okay, they are called extensions. A few extensions you would also be able to add into your Visual Studio Code to help you out in what actually running your Dart code on your local machine. Okay, so prerequisites are you need to have Visual Studio already installed. Okay, so Visual Studio Code, sorry, so you can check it on by just opening Visual. So I think you get it. So if you go to Visual Studio Code and if you search it on Google, you get the website, which is code.visualstudio. Then if you go there, you should be able to download a version which matches your machine's specifications, okay, your architecture. So right now, I assume you already have downloaded Visual Studio Code and you have it installed on your machine. So I'm going to just show you how to now download the SDK and set it up. Okay. I will take you through how to install the Dart SDK on your local machine. So let's go on. Okay, so on the Dart website, we are going to install it as a, we are downloading the zip to install. Okay, so we can use this link here, download as SDK, or we can also use the link below here, which is also download the SDK as a zip. So I will click on this. Right, so I am on the page. Automatically it identifies your system and then the latest stable version. So you can just, it's very advisable to use the stable version, right? So I'm going to click on, my machine is 64-bit, so I'm downloading the 64-bit version. If you are using the IA32 architecture, you use this, and these are the documentations if you want to read the documentations offline. So I would click on the 64-bit to download. Okay, so download has started right here, but I wouldn't want to waste my data again because I already have a copy downloaded. So this is it in my downloads folder. I already have the Dart SDK installed, downloaded. Okay, so now what you do is that after it's finished downloading, you extract the files. So I have the files in here in my zip program. So I'm going to extract it to where I want to set it up. Good. So I'm going to extract it to my default user folder. Okay, so this is my PC. Okay, so I'm going to Windows users, and then I'm going to put it in OWL S. That's the current default user I'm using. Okay, that's the user profile I'm using, so I'm extracting it there. Well, so when you extract it there, you can check to be sure that you actually have it there. Okay, so I'm going there to see if I have it extracted. So let's look at that. Let's look for that. Okay, so that SDK. Okay, so this is how simple it is to set it up. So I have it in there. So what you just need to do is open it up, and then you see the bin folder. Open the bin folder. All right, so what we are going to do is that we are going to add the path to environment variables. Okay, and when you do that, it will allow your command prompt to be able to access the Dart SDK anywhere on your laptop. Okay, anywhere when you start it on your machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that. So what you first just have to copy this link. Okay, just click on the URL bar, okay, on your explorer or the path bar, and then you'll be able to copy the path in there. Okay, so just copy that and then come to your start, and then you can go to control panel, search for control panel, and then in there go to system, and on your left hand side advanced system settings, then you go to environment variables below here, okay, right here. So now we are going to add it to system variables. Okay, if it is added to system variables, that means you can access it anywhere on your system. But if it's added up here in the user variable, that means it is only for that particular user. Okay, so I'm going to add it to the system path. Okay, so you can see path here, okay, below OS. So I'm going to click on edit so that you show me all the, okay, so that's all the paths I've already added. So now you just click on what, new, and then you paste in the what, the path you copied in the Explorer. Okay, so as you can see, I already have mine here. Users our Dart SDK slash bin. Okay, so that means I've already added it to variable to the environment variable path. Okay, so after that, just click on the okay, and then you close up the control panel. Okay, and then you just sign off. Sign off is just, you can even put the machine on sleep and then wake it up again. Okay, but if you click on here and then you have what, sign out, you just sign out and then sign in back again, it will automatically uh, pick up the new variables. If it's not picking, then just restart the system, it will come automatically. So now what you do is that, let's test to be sure that that have been installed. Okay, so we just open up a command line. You can use Windows R, and then you just type cmd. So let's just call that and see if the SDK is available. What do? Just type in that and press enter. So you see that is available. If it is not available, the command line will tell you that it do not identify that as a command line command or tool, like just an error to tell you that that you are typing in is not a known command. Okay, all right. So now that part is done. Okay, that is now set up. Now let's use our Visual Studio Code. That's if you already install it, to write our code. So I have Visual Studio Code already installed, but I'm going to start a fresh one. So what I'm going to do is that I want all my projects to be in one folder. So I'll come on desktop, and then I can create a new folder there. It's because of the tutorial purposes, else I have all my products somewhere here, all my products including React Native and other languages, and then I have that projects here. Okay, so that's where I put my Dart project. But if you have you can put it on your desktop or any other place convenient to you. Okay, so I could just create it here. I think that's fine. Instead of creating it on the desktop, I already have some projects here. So what I just need to do is give it a, okay, well, so what I will do is that I will now open up my command line right here. Okay, because in order to start a new Dart project, you have to use a command line, a command in the command line. That's what you use to create a new project. I could create a folder and then create the project inside it, but I just cleared the folder. I don't want to do that. I want it to be created for me automatically. So I'm going to open cmd. Okay, so if you type cmd in the URL in the path bar, okay, of your Explorer, it's automatically going to open up command line inside your inside your inside that path, okay, that directory. So it's going to open up. So if you can see, it has opened command line inside the all projects and that projects folder. So what I'm going to do is to just what, start a new project. So there's a command used in starting a new Dart project. Okay, so there's a command we use in creating a new Dart project. Okay, so the command is, if you don't know and you want to actually just get the command, okay, what you can do is just type Dart, and then automatically you get list of commands available. So you can see create here. Okay, so what we are going to do is Dart create. Now, I don't want to just finish up like that. I want you to actually see it step by step. So I'm going to press enter again, and then it will tell us the mistakes in there and show us the correct way to do the command. Okay, or you could find just that. Okay, so that's create, and then it's telling us that create a new project, and then usage. So that means we didn't use it right. Okay, so usage. Now, what do you do? That create project argument and directories. Okay, argument, and then the arguments are what? Either you are forcing it, no pub, okay, whether to run the public gets after the project has been created, and then whether to use a template or not. Okay, so what we are going to do right now is just to what? Create a simple command line project. That's the default. So we are going to say that create, and then the directory, that's the folder name. Okay, so we can call it a map test. Okay, and then I press enter. That's it. You need a little, just small internet to fetch some files from there. So you see it has finished fetching those files. It's not any big thing, it's just checking dependencies and then downloading some few patches. So you see it just downloaded the meta. That's just it. And then pedantic, sorry. So now we have a new project created in our directory. So let me open it up. So you see we have map test. Okay, map test is created here. Now we want to open that app in our Visual Studio Code. That is, if you already have Visual Studio Code installed, what you just have to do right now is what? There's a command code dot, okay, code space dot, and then you press enter. It's going to open Visual Studio Code in the directorate you currently are in. Okay, but then I think there's a mistake here. We are supposed to move into the new test folder before we open up, else it's opening up all the projects I have in that directory. So let me close that up, and then we cd into map test first, and then now we are in. So we code dots, and then we are inside the what? The project. Okay, you can see it right here. So now in my other tutorials I made mention that that project begins in the main this thing method. Okay, that's the entry point of the Dart project. So if you open the bin folder here, you see the main.dat. Okay, now we have hello world inside. Well, there are some two plugins or extensions you can actually add to your Visual Studio Code to enhance your usage of that on Visual Studio Code. So right here, this icon means or where my pointer is, that is the extensions icon. So if you click on it, you have all the extensions available. Now up here you can see the installed extensions. Now the extensions I use for that auto completing is that if you just set that here, okay, if you haven't installed it yet and you just set that here, you will see all the available that extensions. But then I'm using this first one, that language support. Okay, so you install that one, and then the others are for Flutter, but I think it's okay. It's cool if you just install the Flutter along. Okay, but I have the Dart, which helps in the auto completing. This prettier is used to actually align my code. Okay, it helps to beautify the code when I type. Okay, so right now we have our main method already declared for us. So on top of it, you see run and debug. Okay, so we could just use the run, and then it gives us the results down here. Okay, that's the console. You see debug console, it gives us the results there. So that's how you run Visual Studio Code and the Dart SDK. Okay, so you can keep coding, you can code a lot of things right here. So I took you through a list, so I'll just print a simple list. So okay, so what I'm going to do now is to new list dot add, and then I'm adding a hello, and then let's print that out. Okay, so let's run that. So you see we have our list created. Hello. Okay, so that's it.